I can't believe we're here again. I honestly can't believe we are here for the third year in a row talking about a Doom Patrol TV series. So let's all just take a collective second just to appreciate the fact that after 3 years of Doom Patrol, it's still good. It's still working, and the fact that there's a fourth season coming just tells me that this is special and that we don't deserve it. We really don't deserve Doom Patrol. So, season 3 of Doom Patrol, it is 10 episodes long. You know, the first episode of this season is the finale for last year because of COVID. We couldn't do it. So, the first episode of this season is kind of disjointed to the rest of the season, but it's okay. It's okay a little bit. I have had some hiccups with the previous season. I think it felt rushed, and that, of course, is because of COVID. We had to, stop, and things didn't get their natural progression and conclusion. So when we come back this season, part of me is like, where are we going to go with this? What can we, theoretically, what can we do for this season that's actually special? It turns out we can tell a really good story because I'm just going to spoil it. I think it's important for the context of this show. So this whole series opens up with Niall Calders is dead. What do we collectively do as a unit now? Where do we go? How do we interact in this world? And basically Niles is like the thing that they all hate, and it's kind of the reason they were all together. So with him gone, where do they really go from there? And that kind of spirals into this new part of the story, which is, Sky Roberts' performance. She, of course, comes in as Laura DeMille. She comes in as Madame Rouge. She is a member of the, Brotherhood of Evil. And she's also connected to the Sisterhood of Dada. And basically, you go, okay, after 3 seasons, let's do the Brotherhood of Evil. We've teased them enough. We haven't really had them come into the story. We saw them in the first season. They didn't do much. And now here they are in full swing. Gargajuax is in here. We also see that Mala and the Brain are in here. And by the way, I'm a fan of Mala and the Brain. I love those characters. They are so silly and dumb. They're perfectly in here. They just fit perfectly in this world. So there are villains for the season, but also the side villain is the Sisterhood of Dada, which I think culminates into a beautiful story. And part of me is like, okay, we have our villains in this show, but because it is a subversive part of the genre, we're not going to have the Doom Patrol actually fight them. So what is going to be the big thing this season? And there's kind of two. The first part of the season is kind of how do we survive without Niles? What is the bullshit he left behind for us? We deal with that. And then the later half of the season, which is very freaking good, is just what do we do with the past? How do we learn from it? How do we grow from it? How do we change to be the better version of ourselves? And my goodness, does this show, I think, reach new levels of impactfulness, and it just grows into something so freaking special. It's so great. So let's talk about April Bowlby, because I adore this woman. I think her performance as Rita is incredible. It is so strong and great. She's the standout of the season to me. She kind of has her own mission away from the rest of the team, doing something in the past, which is just a great place to put her because she is kind of a relic of a different time. So when she has her whole side story going on there, kind of propelling her to become the hero and the leader of the team eventually, it's just great to see. She just does some great acting, just, letting loose, having fun, becoming the dominating factor in her own life, which is a very, very cool thing to see for her. I love her story. She is probably, and I don't say this lightly, but April Bowlby is probably my favorite performance in any superhero thing this year. I think she just worked it out. Just the manic tension and stress that Rita feels in every situation, the fact that she could let loose and find some happiness, and then coming back for the revenge plot. Wow, it's beautiful. Holy freaking crap, if every other character didn't get a great journey in this show too. First off, I will never be amazed that this is the show that made Cyborg cool. It surprises the hell out of me that they actually gave Victor Stone something impressive to be a part of, and his arc is so good because it actually delves into some of the racist stuff with being a black superhero, and what does that mean for Vic representing that side of things. It's not something we've explored with him before, but now the fact that he has been dealing with the idea that maybe he could have been more normal because of his father What does that mean for being a black superhero? What does that mean for being an individual in that world? It's great. It is a beautiful storyline for him that culminates into something fantastic. And I think the same goes for Jane, too. Kay gets a lot of play this season for the people in Jane's mind. She is just, maybe it's time for me to grow up. The world has changed, and it's time for me to accept that it is not going to be the thing I thought it was, so I need to start acting like I can be in control here. And it's great. Again, Diane does a great job just portraying every emotion inside that brain. There's vulnerability there. There's hardships in there. It's just beautiful to see that stuff come out, and it just works so incredibly well, man. Just so well. Again, Cliff Steele, a fantastic character, gets some interesting stuff to play off. I think his journey is very heartbreaking because you see him he literally is given the second chance, and then he falls into the same patterns again because he's a guy that can't learn his lesson. The same kind of goes for Larry too, and Larry again is just, here's another chance to being the father you never thought you could be. How are both of these men going to play into that factor? And I think that is very cool. And those kind of storylines really culminate in episode 8, which is just like a beautiful, it's so good. It made me cry because I'm just like, this is how you do it. You just let these people literally deal with their shit, air out their grievances in front of each other. And how does that benefit the collective? It's perfect. It is heartbreaking. It is emotional. It is intense. And now they are confronted with these ideas. How do they play into it? How does this all work? It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. And Sky Roberts is Lauren here. A fine addition. Clearly, I think this show still misses, the Mr. Nobody and the Niles Calder because they just add some prestigious quality to it as opposed to the rest of this. But I think this season really picked up missing those two, where it's like, yeah, we have too much going on to focus on that. Weird robots on vacation, zombies, big butts eating people, puppets, just maggot people. Just so much is going on. We don't have time to forget that Niles isn't here. Also, this show kind of leads itself into a Dead Boy Detective spinoff, which I guess they're actually making, which I'm just like, weird. What a weird one to choose, just Dead Boy Detectives. But cool, I mean, put them in there. You actually cast some known actors in that role, so go make the thing. I'll watch it. That's pretty sick to see. So this season is classic Doom Patrol. It's got all the crazy weird tropes that this show does. It's got the emotional baggage that come with these characters, and it is just this beautiful culminative art piece. And I say this so instinctively for this show because I 100% believe this. When it comes to superhero television, there are only, I think, 2 live action pieces I would consider art, like works of art. Daredevil on Netflix and Doom Patrol, because it is just the subversive, absurd piece of story and character-driven bullshit that is just so intense and crazy and different and unique, all leading to these people dealing with their grievances, airing out their bullshit, getting stronger, learning from their mistakes, and coming together to fight a brain, a gorilla, and some weird alien dudes. It's cool. The time travel stuff works okay. I think it's kind of fun to see that. But April Bowlby, again, just so good. She is so good as Rita. It is just so great to see her get a big shot like this because I am just blown away by what Rita Farr did this season. Just incredible stuff. And the Sisterhood of Dada is actually kind of intimidating, which is amazing to say because it's the Sisterhood of Dada. What are you expecting with these people? It's just so cool. It's just so great to see this entire universe get a big chance to do something fun and unique and crazy. It's really cool. So, Doom Patrol season number 3, I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.